Yo. India, 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 India. Alors oui. तेरा प्यार पहेलियाँ।
बंदा घूमता जाता रहे और कुछ जानता नहीं, थोड़ा घूम गया तेरे मेरे को वाना नहीं। ऐसी अटेक मट्टा सो यू नो इट्स मी, पर जो साथ मेरे घूमे मेरे को जानती नहीं।
अनारकली पे कली सलीम जहांगीर, अनारकली पे कली सलीम सलीम जहांगीर, वो मेरे को जानती नहीं। I mean you gotta know what I got before you ride with me। पर अब सब सही है, मुझे और कुछ दिख रहा नहीं है, जो देख के बस मिल जाए मतलब नहीं कि वही चाहिए। What's up with that? गंजी छे फ्लाइट जब पूरा हो रहा उसका मौसम भी है। What's up with that? Yeah, we connect, yeah, we fuck, what the first time we met, what's up with that? दंजी च फ्लैट जब पूरा हो रहा उसका मौसम भी ड्रिप मेकअप इन माइन ऑलरेडी, वक्त मेरा जितना भी है काफी नहीं, बात हुई बात में क्या कहूँ मेरी, मौसम ही नाला लेना पीली, मेरे को देख के कर दे अनदेखी, घूम कर देखे घी मना बड़ी, घूम कर फक मैं शड़प रेडी, घूम कर ओवरसीज सैन, बंदा घूमता जाता रहे और कुछ जानता नहीं, थोड़ा घूमगे याद रे मेरे को वन्ना नहीं। ऐसी अटेक मटा शी नो इट्स मी, और वो साथ पर नहीं पास तो कैसे जानेगी। अनारकली पे कली सलीम जहांगीर, अनारकली पे कली सलीम जहांगीर, अनारकली पे कली सलीम जहांगीर, अनारकली पे कली सलीम जहांगीर। I used to run with my old thing, look at me now. I used to want a gold chain, look at me now. I used to lose my mind, man, look at me now. I used to want to get used to this, look at me now. Kali pe kali Salim Jahangir, अनारकली पे कली सलीम सलीम जहांगीर, वो मेरे को जानती नहीं। I mean you gotta know what I got before you ride with me। पर अनारकली पे कली सलीम जहांगीर। Yeah.
सड़कों पे मार काट चाहिए मुझे तेरी पूरी जायदाद, खटिया खड़ी करूं मैं बाय गॉड, लौंडों के है 10-10 माय बाप, इन्हें करूं
इसे करूं शश विद अ टाइट क्लॉथ, अपने करेगा बाइट और गन ऑन द माइक गॉड सोल और भाई डॉट सस, तेरे गले पे जो चेन करे शाइन, बहुत पैसा मना करो यू कुछ चाहिए नहीं कोई माइंड फक।
आंधी सुनामी खुदा की जुबानी, तोतला कह रहे पर तेरा भाई टूटा नहीं, था थप्पड़ पे तू तेरी सुजादी सुपारी, मुंह मांगी जंगल का जुमान जी,
आएंगे नहीं बचाने फूफा जी, दोनों से शुरू से खूंखार है तूफानी, जुगाड़ू बिजनेस कॉल करे भाई बेटा कहीं दुलारी कुटा वो क्योंकि बहुत दिन हो गए फूका नहीं।
छोड़ू मैं छोड़ने की बीमारी, नशों से आंखें बंदी बावे मैं हूँ गोरखा, 71 बजे पैरों तले दबे तेरी आवाज है, दिल्ली में है कब्जा मेरे भाई ये सारे शिकार, चूचे देखा बेबी अपनी पिन्नक सारी हटा, देखे जब वो बावे मुझे देखी ना कोई वजह, 9-1 में बावे हम सभी करे मजा, गलों की ये बातें सुन के मुझे लगे मजा के फक दिस तेरी बैंड की चूत में दिल्ली की मैं आशिकी में बहादुर लहू, मैं ना आता बंदों की बातों में कहा ना।
आकर्षित रहना तुझसे आदत मेरी बचपन की है, मानो ना मानो ये जिज्ञासा काफी फक्ड अप सी है।
Whether you're a programmer or a malware analyst, learning to reverse engineer is an essential skill that teaches you what's really going on in a program. In this video, I'm going to break down my 5 levels of reverse engineering, starting with level 1, strings. When we're doing reverse engineering, typically we have a question we want to answer, something about a program we want to figure out what exactly is going on. The name of this Today's video is sponsored by Hexrace. Whether you're a cybersecurity analyst or somebody who likes to program, learning how to reverse engineer is the best way to get good at computers. And in this video, I'm going to teach you how to do just that. Now, while reverse engineering real software has ethical and legal implications, luckily the world of hackers have these things called capture the flags, where we have challenges that we can download that are meant to be reverse engineered. In this video, we're going to do the flag casino challenge from LetterBOxd and use it to extract the flag out of a binary that doesn't want us to know the flag. The flag gets us points, and points make me feel good. So let's download the file and see what trouble we can get ourselves into. So what is reverse engineering, right? What is the art of taking things apart and why do we do it? Well, when we download a program, right, we can run the program and we'll see pretty quickly that it wants us to place our bets, right? Put in some number. Let's say that my bet is 1. Well, unfortunately, my bet is incorrect. Now it's going to activate the security system and tell me to please vacate. The problem is that I've received for the challenge a file called casino. And I'll move my fat head out of the way and I'll show you that the file casino is just an ELF or a binary, which means that if I dump it into a hex editor, it's just a bunch of gobbledygook, right? There's not a lot of information in here that a human can read because the program started as source code and has become machine code for the computer to understand. Reverse engineering is the art of taking the computer code and figuring out what the author intended and then using that to exploit a vulnerability in the program. So what I'm assuming here is that the bets I have to place are going to be the flag, right? If I put in the right bets, right, the right number sequence, that will give me the flag and give me the internet points. So let's figure out what's going on in this program. The way I like to start any CTF challenge is first by doing file on that program, see what I'm dealing with. That's a 64-bit least significant bit program. Basically, this just means it was compiled with a modern compiler. Nothing too crazy going on here. What we can also do is run the strings program on this, right? What the strings program does is literally goes through the binary and finds 5 or more characters that are ASCII printable in a row. The reason I do this is by reading the imports, the functions that the program uses, I get a general idea of what the program is going to do. We see the function exit. Obviously, we have to exit the program at some win some money at the flag casino. And obviously, they have puts, which prints the disassembly of the program. So what I did is it took the problem that's going on in the program. So instead what we have to do is now take our program and put it into a disassembly framework. What we're going to use today is IDA Pro. I love IDA. I've used IDA for most of my hacking career. I actually learned to hack, learned to RE on IDA back in the day. Do new in IDA. I'm going to go and find flag casino, and then inside flag casino we'll open the problem in IDA. Now what you're looking at here is the disassembly of the program. So what IDA did is it took the problem and it found all of the computer instructions, the assembly instructions. And you don't need to know a lot of assembly to see what's going on here. Like obviously you know assembly to read this entire thing. But you can see very simple things are happening here. Like it calls puts on the string hello welcome to casino. It calls puts on the band data by a scanf. So what we need to do is find the call to scanf and see where does it do things with that code. So if we look from the top of the main function, kind of go down this graph, you can see the call to scanf happening here, right? This is where the users ask for their input. And so we want to and it's going to do something with the user input. Now we could go through and trace the they're going into a user input buffer. So what the code does here is it takes the user input and it uses the user input to call srand, and then it checks to see if the next call to random is equal to some check array. You can see this is an array of characters that we have to hit. Srand and rand are a pair of functions that work together. Let's go through the man page for rand. The rand all 256 combinations and then use that to programmatically figure out what the flag is for the challenge. Let's go write that code right now. We're going to use our trusty editor Vim, right? So we're going to make a new piece of thing I value and associated random number value that comes out of srand and we see it off that value. Okay.
Mobile app hacking and mobile application security is an awesome field and piece within the cybersecurity industry, but there is a lot to learn and it can get a little bit complex. So what I'd like to do is walk through one simple and small example, little demo and showcase with an Android application written in Java. And we'll walk through 3 different attack scenarios where we could maybe extract and uncover some secrets, sensitive information and data, maybe API keys, passwords and credentials, and actually tamper with the application, maybe modify some of its behavior and dig into how we can beat up and do some damage against a mobile app. This video is sponsored by GuardSquare, and I'll tell you more about that later. Now, before we actually dig into the code, I'd like to show you this app in action, just so you know what it looks like and everything that we're up against. So what I will do is drag this uncrackable secretsafe.apk file into our Android emulator that I have set up running with Android Studio. You might have seen it did say it was installing .apk. Now if I swipe up, we do have our uncrackable 1 app here. I can click on this, and this is it. Small, simple example, just an app for our learning and demonstration, but all it's asking for is enter a secret string. Now we don't know the secret string, so I can enter, I don't know, whatever I want, maybe please subscribe, I'll click verify, and they'll tell me, nope, that's not it, try again. But that is all the functionality of the application. We're just trying to check, hey, can we figure out a password? And again, maybe you could use this. We're laying the foundation for other mobile app hacking techniques to track down credentials, API keys, other secrets, or actually hook different parts of the application's logic, so we can get in the middle of it and do whatever we like for our own analysis. With that shown to you, now we can close out of our uncrackable 1 app and then start our analysis with some of the source code. So first things first, let me open up a command line. I do have a Windows terminal and PowerShell prompt open and available for me. I'll hit F11 to bring that to full screen, and I'll move into this directory. I've created a folder for us in C:\APK. That is where I have this uncrackable secretsafe.apk or Android package file. Now what I'd like to do, honestly, is start with some static analysis. And we'll use the tool JADX and the GUI representation to do that. I'll hit enter here to fire up that application. And super quick, just in case you aren't familiar, JADX is free and open source software. You can find online at GitHub, github.com/skylot/JADX. And it is a Java decompiler. We can actually scroll down to see a little bit more of the README. It is a command line and graphical user interface tool for producing Java source code from Android DEX and APK files. That's exactly what we need, and we can actually drill down into a lot of the source code. Super cool. You can download the releases and actually get this thing in action with either the command line or the GUI instance. Now that JADX GUI has opened up, let me drag that window in so it's visible. We'll maximize this, and I'm going to click on that open file button here. With that, I'll navigate to our C:\APK folder, and I'll have my uncrackable secretsafe.apk present here. We'll go ahead and click open on that, and now it should be able to decompile and extract out some of the resources, manifest some other cool information from that APK. Everything inside that Android package and that Android app, right? So let's drill down into the source code. That's where stuff gets kind of interesting. And this is a learning example application, bear in mind. So we see this OWASP.mstg.uncrackable1 bit here. Another package. We can expand this, take a look at some of the classes. However, this is noted. If we actually scroll down, there's a lot of interesting things here. This is set as a little comment. JADX info. This class is generated by JADX. So I don't think that's super duper helpful for us. We don't need to spend a lot of time there. There's information that we want to get in the middle of. That really is all the logic of this app, though. So something that we could do is actually try to recreate it in our own testing instance, our own
और कौन सी?